My dear sisters of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, as we begin to evaluate how to continue our pursuit of excellence, we must do that by recognizing and understanding how our members view this sisterhood. And so, as we begin this journey, this Founders Day, I'm excited to be joined by Anastasia Reed, a 9-year member of Alpha Kappa Alpha and a proud member of the Omicron Mu Omega chapter. Anastasia, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Madam Regional Director.
We are so excited to have you as a part of this Founders Day celebration. And I must ask you, what excites you about being a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated?
Well, what excites me the most about being a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha is that I know no matter where life takes me, I will always have my sisters in Alpha Kappa Alpha there with me. And I know because they've already done it. They've already been there for such critical moments in my life, from undergraduate going straight into a graduate chapter. My sisters have been there at a very pivotal time in my life. I'm excited that for future weddings, my sisters are going to be by my side. I know that there are any hard times I may go through, because hard times are inevitable. I know that my sisters in Alpha Kappa Alpha are going to be there to lift me up, to support me. So that's just exciting that I have lifelong sisters. But it also works both ways, right? And I'm excited that I get to be there for all of their monumental life changes and goals that they will accomplish. So they're stuck with me and I'm stuck with them, and I'm excited about that. So I'm looking forward, because I know that the life with Alpha Kappa Alpha, I'm in for an exciting ride.
An exciting ride indeed. And I can see your excitement as you talk about the organization. Let me just ask you the question. I'm sure you've got a lot of memories, both positive and challenging in life. Can you tell us what is one of your outstanding memories about being a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha and a member of the Omicron Mu Omega chapter?
You know, regional conferences are my best memories from Alpha Kappa Alpha. From an undergraduate chapter, you know, I came from a very small chapter. When I graduated, there were only 5 members. And I know the fun we had at regional conferences and all the great things that we learned. And then I moved into a chapter of over 300 members with Omicron Mu Omega. So it was definitely different. And going to regional conference, and it's like no matter where I turn, what webinar, seminar I'm going to, I'm always going to have an OMO sister in there. And you know, Alpha Kappa Alpha picks some really exciting places for regional conferences. So those are my best memories, just traveling out of state, sharing hotel rooms with my sisters. Those have been so exciting, and I can't wait to make more memories at regional conferences to come.
Thank you so much for that. You know, as we celebrate Founders Day and as we look at our sisterhood, we've gone through some really tough times. And so I think it's interesting that even as we are in spaces where we cannot connect with one another, we remember how important that sisterhood and that bonding is to the organization. And in addition to that, we also recognize that in the midst of our relationship building and in our sisterhood, our pivotal responsibility is sisterhood and service. And so as we talk about service in our sisterhood, I want to know, as a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha, we all come to the table wanting to make a difference, wanting to create goals that impact service to the community. What goal do you want to achieve as an individual member of this chapter and this sorority? What do you want to accomplish in Alpha Kappa Alpha?
It was incredible to see at the undergraduate level the impact that 5 women could make on a campus. And then transitioning from my small campus to a chapter in the 9th largest city in the country, to see how many lives we could touch and the impacts that we can have on a community. I'm looking forward to endless possibilities of serving lifelong. You know, I work in local government, and I work in local government because I have a passion for public service. And the fact that I can leave City Hall, leave my 9 to 5, and continue to serve a community that shaped me to be the woman I am today, and I get to do that lifelong through Alpha Kappa Alpha, I'm blessed. It excites me. I'm looking forward to all of the great things that we can do, not only here in the Dallas area, but Alpha Kappa Alpha, we make an impact globally. And so I've seen what we can do in a small community. I've seen what we could do in the DFW area. And so I'm just looking forward to the lives that we're going to continue to touch. And the fact that I could be of service to all mankind for the rest of my life, I'm blessed and excited about the possibilities.
Well, we are blessed and excited to have you as a member of our wonderful sorority and as a member of this extraordinary chapter. Today's Founders Day is about recognizing that all of us have a contribution to make sure we continue the legacy of AKA. Anastasia, we look forward to your impact on this sorority and this chapter. Happy Founders Day to you. And thank you for this opportunity to truly understand that there is so much more we can do together as women of this sorority.
Thank you, Madam Regional Director, and happy Founders Day.
Continuing the pursuit of excellence as we celebrate 113 years of service in Alpha Kappa Alpha, and as we celebrate 37 years of service of the Omicron Mu Omega chapter, we must begin this Founders Day celebration acknowledging the history and legacy of this chapter. Who better to introduce as we begin this segment than none other than our sister, Evelyn Hamilton. Thank you so much for joining us, Sora Hamilton. We're so excited to have you be a part of this Founders Day celebration. And let me just tell you, it is an honor for me to sit here and to interview a true legacy, not only of the Omicron Mu Omega chapter, but of Alpha Kappa Alpha. A 1965 member of the Phi chapter at Wiley College, the organizer of the Omicron Mu Omega chapter, and the first chartering president of that chapter. You are walking history when it comes to the legacy and work of AKA. In addition to all the things that I've already mentioned, you're also a golden member of our organization. And you're not only the musician for the Northeast Texas cluster, you're the musician for the South Central region. And I think that's so important because I think Soros, like you, are the melody behind all of the music that we make in Alpha Kappa Alpha. And we are so glad to have you. And my first question to you, as a golden member of this organization and a founding member of this chapter and founding president, what wisdom nuggets do you have for the newest members of the Omicron Mu Omega chapter?
Nugget 1, always remember our founders. Remember their vision. Continue the pursuit of excellence that our founders so notably begun. Alpha Kappa Alpha is a lifelong commitment. Plan for your financial obligations. Be an active participant. Serve on at least one committee. Volunteer to serve as a committee chairman or a co-chairman. Participate in community service projects. Serve as an officer. Participate in leadership training. Just be active. Make a contribution. Nugget 4, maintain the same enthusiasm that you had when you became a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. I have been an active member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority for 55 years, and I am still excited. I'm so excited on sorority meeting days. I'm so happy to put on my pink, my green, and pearls. While I'm getting dressed, I'm singing. Oh, when an AKA walks down the street, she looks 100 far from head to feet. And then I'll change And I'll say, AKA is good and we love it. AKA is a wonderful thing. I mean, I might even just strut a little bit, just excited about Alpha Kappa Alpha. So I want you to maintain the same enthusiasm that you had when you became a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Wow. All I can say is wow. What a wonderful answer to that question. As we look at Alpha Kappa Alpha in 2021, with all that we've endured, to remember to begin our love and search, acknowledging the work of our founders, to take personal accountability to ensure that we're continuing to do that work, and to maintain excitement, the excitement we had when we joined this organization, to continue to sing those melodies that make us love Alpha Kappa Alpha more. What a great response you have to us as we reflect on Alpha Kappa Alpha and Founders Day this year. And I just want to ask you, with all the wisdom that you bring to the table, with all you've seen in your 55 years of service to Alpha Kappa Alpha, what do you think the legacy will be for Alpha Kappa Alpha as it relates to the legacy of the Omicron Mu Omega chapter?
Omicron Mu Omega chapter has impacted the legacy of our sisterhood through outstanding community service. From the beginning, the organizers, Evelyn Hamilton, yours truly, Beverly Long, Jacqueline Macklin, Yvonne Moss, and Beverly Russell, our charter members, had a deep conviction about service to all mankind. And we served and served. We publicized our service. Articles were in the newspaper almost weekly. Now, 36 years later, we are still providing outstanding community service. We also honor an outstanding citizen for community service through our Image Award. 36 years. Omicron Mu Omega, 36 years. And we are extremely proud to have Danette Anthony Reed, an Omicron Mu Omega charter member, as first Supreme Anti-Bacillus. We are extremely proud. Omicron Mu Omega members have served and are proud to serve on the regional and international levels. We are an award-winning chapter. We have won numerous awards. We have an award-winning STEP team, and our accolades have performed at regional conferences several times and was invited to sing for National Founders Day. We are about the business of serving. If you say service, we say ready. If you say ready, we say service. If you say service, we are ready. If you say ready, we say service. That is Omicron Mu Omega. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that answer. And I think that's so appropriate because I believe you, along with the charter members and the organizers of this chapter, had a vision, and that vision has certainly begun to crystallize throughout the years of 36 years of service. You know, sorry, Evelyn, it's hard sometimes to remember the good times when you're so stuck in challenging times. It's hard to remember one of the great things that happened in Alpha Kappa Alpha when you're looking at all the things that may not go the way you want to. And so what an opportunity to remember why we are here and what we can do to move us forward. It's been such an honor, and what an appropriate time to mention our international first vice president, because I'm on my way to her house right now as we continue these conversations about what it means to continue our pursuit of excellence this Founders Day. Thank you for your contribution, not only to this Founders Day event, but thank you to your contributions to Alpha Kappa Alpha And I'm sure I speak for every member of Omicron Mu Omega when I say thank you for your foresight and leadership that made this vision a reality.
Thank you very much. It is my pleasure.
My dear sisters, as we celebrated this 2021 Founders Day, we have had the opportunity to see Alpha Kappa Alpha through the eyes of a new member. We've also had the opportunity to just get a glimpse of this extraordinary chapter through the eyes of the chartering president. And now, I am so excited to be joined by Omicron Mu Omega's own, our international first vice president of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, none other than Danette Anthony Reed. As we celebrate today, can you tell us, Ms. Reed, what is your vision for Alpha Kappa Alpha?
My dear regional director, and you're my regional director because you're South Central. When I start to think about the vision for Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, I always keep it very simple. And the vision is that we continue our legacy of sisterhood and service, always and forever.
As we celebrate 113 years of service to all mankind, what is AKA's greatest lessons learned?
To look at lessons learned, we have to look historically at our accomplishments. And you start with Nellie Quander, our first national president, who petitioned to incorporate Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. Result, Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority became the first African American sorority to be incorporated. The first mobile health clinic, the Mississippi Health Project, was established by Ida Louise Jackson, our 8th international president. Another first, the Cleveland Job Corps was founded in 1965. Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority was the first sorority to operate a federal job training center. And then under the bold leadership of our current international president and CEO, Dr. Glenda Glover, we raised more than $1 million in one day in support of HBCUs. Not once, not twice, but 3 years in a row. Lessons learned, Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority is a force to be reckoned with. And we set our mind and sight on a goal, we achieve it.
Now, you know we are so excited that the first African American female vice president of the United States is none other than our sister, Kamala Harris. What is the charge for the members of Alpha Kappa Alpha with such an achievement?
And again, you start with the election results. The election results are evidence that we totally understand and strongly support that voting is a serious matter. Alpha Kappa Alpha members are activists in our communities and on the national stage. We have a strong and vibrant network within our organization, and we mobilize to support our sister, Vice President Kamala Harris. We have proven we have the power and the leverage to activate Black communities and beyond to ensure that every vote and all voices matter. Our members will always answer the clarion call to serve mankind as shown through our election efforts. We have witnessed the election of the first Black woman of color, Vice President. This historic event will be remembered by everyone participating in this Founders Day celebration, including our children, our grandchildren, and our great-grandchildren, and all throughout the ages. Vice President Kamala Harris will continue to achieve many accomplishments, and her leadership has and will continue to demonstrate excellence as she helps advance global engagement and transform the world through political actions. She has established roots that people of color can use to branch out into new dimensions of government. Vice President Kamala Harris will open doors for women of color for the future, and our charge is to follow her lead and march forward through those doors.
How exciting as we look at the vision and you teach us and you remind us to remember what we charged ourselves with as we joined this organization. How exciting it is to hear you let us know what's important as we move forward. but most importantly, following the example and continuing the legacy of AKA will certainly take us on the pursuit of excellence from now until the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Regional Director.
Continuing the pursuit of excellence. Wasn't that a journey? We began by listening to Anastasia as she talked to us about what it means to be a newer member of Alpha Kappa Alpha. We heard through her eyes what it meant to have sisters in good times and bad, to be able to go to conferences and serve, understanding that no matter what, we have each other, and her desire to make her mark, not only on this chapter, but in this sorority. We also had the opportunity to hear about the history of the Omicron Mu Omega chapter. Evelyn Hamilton helped us better understand why this chapter was formed. And she began with a discussion that we should never forget our founders and what they represented and what they created and what we must do to take personal accountability to ensure that we do our part to move this organization forward. And in true Evelyn spirit, she gave us songs that reminded us about the pride of Alpha Kappa Alpha. It gave me goosebumps to hear her sing. And I know as members of the Omicron Mu Omega chapter, you had an opportunity to just stop and remember where it all started and why we are where we are. And then to hear the words of our international first vice president, who gave us an opportunity to remember the historical lessons learned from the initiatives and programs and services of Alpha Kappa Alpha internationally. But she also reminded us again about the vision of our founders and what it means to have sisterhood and service. How appropriate was it for her to also remind us that in the midst of everything, we are so excited that the first African-American female vice president of the United States of America, Kamala Harris, is our sister. You know, my sorors, I can really say that over the last year and a half, we've been through a lot. But what I realized after listening to all of the speakers today is that as women, we have gone through so much, and there may be days where we go through something more. But what we know is that through it all, we have each other as sisters to make it through. And we also recognize that after 113 years of service, we've seen it all. But what we have not seen is the greatness that will come in the future. Continuing our pursuit of excellence, it has been an honor to help you along this journey as we celebrate the 2021 Founders Day. Thank you for selecting me to help be the conductor of this journey. And join me as your leader as we continue on to be the great organization we have and will continue to be. I love you, Omicron Mu Omega chapter. I congratulate you on this Founders Day event, and I look forward to your continued excellence in Alpha Kappa Alpha. We are South Central. We are Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and this is your 2021 Founders Day message.